Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Dominican Republic going up against San Juan. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Chris, we've got an opportunity to watch one of the true superstars in the sport, Francisco Lindor. Always exciting to see him in action, and it seems like he consistently finds a way to impact the game.
Yeah, Boog, it's offensively at the plate, defensively when he's on the bases. And this guy's just a heads-up player, but he's got so much talent, and he makes the most of that. I believe it starts with his preparation because you never see him give away an at-bat.
Just about to get underway on the hill here today, Derek Rodriguez. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Siggy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
Now it's the shortstop, Elly De La Cruz. The shortstop takes the ball. That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Anytime you can drive the ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up.
Ketel Marte up to the plate. Out to center. Navarro under it. One away. And let's take a look at the lineup. This is a good offense, Chris. You're going to get quality at bats and balls put in play consistently with this group.
And it doesn't really matter who they're facing on the mound. They have the ability to go out and compete and win ball games. If it's an all-star or Cy Young Award winner to just a rookie up in the big league. So when you have that, you have a chance to win every night. If I was a pitcher on this team, I'd feel pretty good about taking the mound for him.
And the right-hander deals. Ripped on the ground to second. Slings to first. And they take care of Tatis for the out.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Fouled off. He was late. Rodriguez, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. De La Cruz on third with 2 out. And another ball.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Siggy. And on the mound in this one, Yuri Perez. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
Here's Francisco Lindor. Right through there for a strike. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And a 1-2 again. Gets a piece and stays alive. Here's a 1-2. Just missed.
It's a good take.
Just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
That's in there. In the count, 1-2.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning. With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
And down on strikes. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They try to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
In the air to left, down the line. And it's off the wall, but foul. Ripped to short. And he beats it. He's safe.
Well, that's one of those where you just have to tip your cap because he couldn't have played that one any better. Still no chance with the speed running down the line.
Christian Navarro digs in now. The 1-1.
2-1.
And a pitch out, but nothing going on.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Pickoff move to first, and he's back in standing.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
And that's in for a strike.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
That misses the zone, and now it's 3-2.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Back to work, 3-2 now. Swings through that one, it's a strikeout.
But I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Navarro now at the plate. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Another look at the long ball from Francisco Lindor. It's now 1-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. All set for the start of the inning. Juan Soto now.
The designated hitter, Juan Soto.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
That's a nice style of baseball right there, right? Big-time velo on the bump and big-time pop at the plate.
Here's a 1-2. Inside, almost got him. Two down. Wouldn't chase that time.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
The pitch. The other way, and he beats the shift. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way. That's a team with that right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Here's the pitch. Runner on the goal. And a foul ball. And a pitch. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Soto aboard here at first with nobody out. Got him swinging. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner. When with 2 strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error. But some way, you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
Here's Jose Ramirez. And here it comes. Swings through that one for strike 2. Righty to the plate. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch. After giving up the leadoff single, back-to-back strikeouts. So they're able to move that runner off, get him in the scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long. Sitting off speed though.
1-2.
One out to right. And that's a fair ball. Now a relay to third. Not in time. He's safe. 2 gone with runners at the corners. Now at the plate, Teoscar Hernandez. 1-1. And another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Runners out first and third, 2 away. Here at the top of the second. And that one fouled off. Two on, 2 outs. Not close with that one. And the count's full. Ellie De La Cruz to bat next. Two outs. On the ground to third, Correa. Zips it across, and that is the inning. After an inning and a half, it's 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now Correa up to hit. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
High fly ball down the left field line. Under this one. And makes the grab. And there's one down. And now Jonathan Rodriguez. One out, base is empty. Vic Caratini at the plate, and Singy, we already know he's going to finish the season with a new career high in home runs. Next pitch downstairs. 2-1. 2 outs, base is empty. Comebacker to the mound. Tosses to first. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. And we're back. The batter will be the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Kicks and fires. 2 of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. Here's a 2-2. And another ball. Swings through it for the call. And off front for strike 3.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
One down, base is empty. Out towards right center field. And that'll fall for a base hit.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. 2 down. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. And another ball.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
2-1 now.
Fastball for a strike.
When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. Lindor to first, third out. As we go to the last of the third. Edwin Rio's here.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
Righty delivers. On the ground, right side. Fires over to Guerrero. One gone, bottom of the third inning. And now it's Frankie Lindor. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Blew the express right by his bat for strike three.
When you can run your fastball up there in the high 90s, you'd think you'd throw it almost all the time. But right there in that at bat, he saved it until the final pitch and just blew it right by the batter. I mean, that's almost impossible to catch up to. You haven't had a chance to time that velocity. And
oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Bam! So he blasts one out the other way, and they add on. It's 2-0.
Versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? But a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Base is empty with 2 away. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Navarro. Next pitch misses, and the count 2-1. In the air, left side. Fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, but he's in there easily.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Just a bloop hit behind third right there. That's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to. The same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
And now here is Christian Navarro. Man at second. And another ball.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Kicks and deals. That one missed. Navarro hitting on deck circle. Navarro at second with 2 down. That one fouled off. Swings and misses, struck him out. Baez with the big fly in the inning. And it's 2-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Juan Soto. Right-hander kick steals. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a man on base to start the inning.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Now here is Julio Rodriguez. Sneaks through, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
One of the first real jams of the game for him, Drew. Back-to-back singles to start the inning, and he's had a real solid outing, but he needs to lock this situation down if he wants it to stay that way.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. And another ball. First and second here, no outs. Fought off foul.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
And a swing and a miss. And that is a big first out. 2 on, 1 out. And here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. 1 out. Runners at first and second. That's a right. He's under it. Calls it in for the out.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but a competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up for it in his next at-bat.
So first and second with 2 outs. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Two on, 2 outs. That one lifted to left. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that's the 3rd out. Bottom of the 4th. Now Navarro. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that can steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone?
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
The wide to kick the pitch. And now it's even up. Got it by him for the K.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
And here comes Carlos Correa.
Not only can he hit the cover off the ball, he's got a great eye as well.
The 1-1.
That missed. That's the ball.
Base is empty, 1
2-1.
away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swinging from the hammer, left field. Hernandez drops that going back. And that one becomes property of the beast. He'll circle the bases. His 18th home run of the season, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. The auto played with that high fastball, but look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
So 1 out, nobody on. Jonathan Rodriguez will hit next. This one in the air, center field. Rodriguez under it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. That's out number 2.
On the mound, he's got to remember his offense can score a lot. So if he can hit the reset button from here going forward, there's still a chance that his club can win this ball game.
And the pitch. And that one is in the dirt. And the count is even, 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. Here in game 1 of 2 in the series. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. Carlos Correa with the key hit this inning. It's now 3-0. Back after this on the show. Ready now for the 5th inning. And now the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz.
Ellie De La Cruz.
Here's a 1-2.
2-2.
Got him looking for the K.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 2. Swings through that.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
The pitch.
Count is full.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Swung on, belted. That one's deep. And it's gone. His 13th home run of the season, and they've got their first run. It's 3-1.
That swing just injected more drama into this one. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
So with 1 down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. And a pitch. Swing and a miss as he was late.
2-2.
Swing and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. We often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field. And now, let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. out to short, and that one finds its way through. They fired in quickly. So it's 1st and 2nd with only 1 away.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
First and 2nd, 1 out. And now the DH, Juan Soto. 2 on, 1 out. Swings, that's a strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
So 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. Here's the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Here comes a pitch. And fouled off. Two outs. Swing and a miss. Before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 3-1 ball game. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now it's the DH, Edwin Rios. That one inside, and that's ball 2. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
The pitch. And that one fouled off. Payoff pitch. Out towards left center. Rodriguez heads towards it. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down. So the batting order turns over. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Javi Baez digs in right side.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
And it is 2-1. Just off the inside edge. Movement in the bullpen. Hector Neris getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Garcia also getting ready. Two down, nobody on. Inside ball 4.
You can stomach a 2-out walk to certain players, but with his speed, this guy out there in the base pass, it could turn into 2 or 3 bases.
So man aboard. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Navarro. And the righty deals. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Ramirez has this one sized up. And that'll do it. Top of the 6th inning. Here's the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. The 2-1. And a big swing and miss. Wow, good luck catching up to that one. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And he deals. Got him swinging. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Yainer Diaz. Here's a 1-1. And there's a ball.
2-1.
The count 2-1. Bounced up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first. Target, he got it. Nice play. And now Teoscar Hernandez. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Wouldn't chase that time.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Next offering is in for a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Joe Jimenez appears to be getting loose. Minter also throwing. And a pitch to the right side. Baez throws to first, and Hernandez is out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing across here this half to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Tropics with the lead 3-1. Gregory Soto on a pitch out of the pen here.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
And now the first baseman, Christian Navarro.
The first baseman, Christian Navarro.
And another ball.
You know, this group of hitters putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
Not even close there. Full count now.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming. You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
Navarro getting ready to hit. Navarro having a really nice first season in the big leagues. Definitely a Rookie of the Year candidate. Pitch. And it finds its way through for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Off the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Here's Carlos Correa. Here's the pitch. Both runners on the move. Lifted in the air, right field. Tatis moving under it. Nabs it.
The right fielder, number 32, Jonathan Rodriguez.
Next to hit, Jonathan Rodriguez. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure where their clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. 2 on, 1 out. Struck him out looking. And a big sigh of relief from the mound with that called third strike.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
2 on, 2 outs. Fouls one off. 2-2.
A healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
At the belt and finals. This one popped up Guerrero under it. And that is that. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Fernando Cruz.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
So the lineup flips over. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Right-handed reliever. Ground ball up the middle. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
The batter number 14, second baseman, Ketel.
An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. Base is empty, one away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That one way outside, and the count is 3-1. Lined, and that's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Another big game. He's looking pretty much unstoppable at the plate. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a pole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
So man aboard, one down, and it's Tatis at the plate. Tying run at the plate. Next offering misses down and away. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Walks out of the bullpen can absolutely kill your momentum very quickly. They're in some hot water trying to protect this lead.
Digging in, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, but not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. He's got it, and there's 2 away. So first and second with 2 outs. Here's Juan Soto. Here in game 1 of 2 in the series. That ends the frame.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Yimi Garcia.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now the DH, Edwin Rios.
And still looking for that hit to keep this streak going, and this might be his last shot at it, Bo.
Next pitch is outside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And a foul ball. He goes down looking.
Now batting.
Back to the top of the lineup. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. That's in there. Going to count 1-2. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Hector Neris getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. De Los Santos warming up as well. In the air on the infield. Ramirez under it. Brings it in. 2 away now.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
The batter now, Javier Baez. He blasted one out earlier in the third.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
That one ripped but foul. Two outs. In the air, left field. Squeezes it, and that's the inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Joe Jimenez.
Power slider guy, Boog. He throws it hard and gets a lot of late movement, so it's tough to pick up.
Stepping in, Julio Rodriguez. You talk about the power and the speed together.
Well, we knew he was going to be a stud just coming up, making his way through the minor leagues, and quickly at this level, an impact player.
It's the slider in there for a strike.
That Puerto slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing zone.
And the 2-2. And another ball.
Looking to get something going. This is the guy you want at the plate. He's been great for this team. He is a professional hitter.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter, but he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here. Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
And now, Yainer Diaz. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
He was all over that one. There's nothing cheap about the way he got down through the infield. That was ripped, caught out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Now the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. So the tying run at second. Swings and misses. 2-2 now.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Two on, 1 out. Struck him out looking.
Oh, just excellent location on that inside fastball that really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would call a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
So first and second with 2 outs. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Elliott chased the fastball off the ladder for strike 3.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 8th. And now the center fielder, Navarro.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
The pitch. Slider misses outside.
This hitter's looking for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, then stay with it.
The 2-1. And it's fouled away. And another ball.
Full count.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Righty to the plate. Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. And a pitch. And that one popped to short. De La Cruz settles under this one. He's there. He's got it. One down.
The batter, the first baseman, Christian.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Christian Navarro. Left-hand hitter waits. And down on strikes he goes. That's the second out.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Boog, get back on track. His team needs him.
Base is empty. Navarro, the next to hit. Righty delivers.
Strike! 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. So they turn to Edwin Diaz out of the pen. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. Here's Ketel Marte. It was a homer for him back in the 5th. Just a solo shot, but an important swing in this game.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful swing as well. Everything just came together timing-wise, and he blasted it out of here.
Kicks and deals. So now 1-2. These two offenses can put up runs in a hurry. Bounce to the right side. Baez fires over to first. They get the out on Marte.
Now back, right fielder, Fernando Tatis.
He's 2 outs away. And now Fernando Tatis Jr. One down, base is empty. And another ball. Diaz, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling out one of his pitches.
So high keys for strike 3.
Well, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one just tough to catch up to. I mean, guys are coming in, and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get as many strikeouts as they possibly can.
Yeah, the slider just misses.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, pretty much forget about it.
One strike away. And that one missing low. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs. But it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
And your final 3-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Two of the best teams in the game square off. It's the Republicans taking on the Tropics. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Chris, we've got an opportunity to watch one of the true superstars of the sport, Christian Navarro. Always exciting to see him in action, and it seems like he consistently finds a way to impact the game.
Yeah, Boog, it's offensively at the plate, defensively when he's on the bases. And this guy's just a heads-up player, but he's got so much talent, and he makes the most of that. I believe it starts with his preparation because you never see him give away an at-bat.
So just about set now, and towing the slab in this one, Seth Lugo. And Chris, he seems a lot more comfortable pitching here at home than on the road, right?
Indeed, Boog, and there can be several factors, whether it's just sleeping in your own bed, being around your family, going to your favorite restaurant before you come to the ballpark. I don't know what it is for him, but the numbers are clear that he's been dominant in this place. The only frustration is you see how good he is at home. If you're a teammate or a coach, you're looking and saying, hey,
okay, let's check out the lineup. This is a ball club that can really slug. Lots of homers, lots of extra base hits. And Chris, that of course a huge part of success in the standings for this group.
Well, if you're going to be successful in today's game, you've got to be able to hit the ball over the fence. Just defensively, very hard to find the holes. And when you're talking about guys, coming out of the bullpen, throwing 95 and above, very difficult. It's hard to string together 2, 3, 4 hits to score those runs. So definitely critical to hit those homers, get the extra base knocks, and that's exactly what they've been doing.
The 2-1.
Well, 3-1.
1 out, base is empty. Hard hit left side. 2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight.
Well, we talked about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
2 outs, base is empty. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. And in 1 hops the wall. And he's in at second with a 2-out double. Power is such a big part of the success that we see with the good teams in the league right now, and even in the postseason. And in scoring position with 2 away. Now here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Breaking ball inside. Ball 2.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the second and final game of the series. Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour. And the next pitch is way outside. Juan Soto would be next. Big bat with a potentially huge opportunity. Kicks and fires. Cuts out and misses. That's a strikeout. Passed it right by him. We go to the bottom of the first. 0-0. Singy getting the nod on the mound. Christian Javier. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout. Straighten him up a little bit.
The 2-1. Late on that fastball.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
And here it comes. Set down on strikes. Throws him with a backdoor slider.
Tremendous job of bringing that ball back over the plate. He gets just enough of it to get the ball. Tell you what, as a hitter, it starts out of the zone. It looks really far away, and for it to catch the outside corner, you just have to tip your cap to the pitcher.
And 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight. Take a look at the lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for him. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit, and then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
And the right-hander deals. That's to third. Ramirez gathers and throws to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Scoreless after 1. And we're back at the plate. Juan Soto. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
The wind and the pitch. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-1. Good eye in that spot. Clyde Washington with home plate duties in this one.
A little bit of a low zone move from Clyde. Nothing crazy, though. Pitchers that work consistently down around the knees and are able to command their off-speed stuff tend to have some pretty good success with him back there behind the plate.
Next off, he's in for a strike. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't really good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially especially back when I was playing. That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
No score here in the second. And another ball. In the air, right side. Drop steps, heads back on it. And there's 2 down. Here's Jose Ramirez. Here's a guy who is one of the best in the business. You're talking about looking for a hit somewhere, and this is a guy you go to. Next pitch off the plate, and a count 2-1.
Yeah, he's so fun to watch as a hitter. Bats from both sides of the plate, and he's so rare in that he really makes a lot of contact batting both righty and lefty. And you know, it takes a ton of time in the cage to maintain.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the 3rd out, and we'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second. And here's the first baseman, Christian Navarro. Left-hand batter waits. And a swing and a miss. And now 1 away.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
And now the big-time power threat, Navarro. That one ripped. And that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a double.
All over that one right there. He somehow got to that outside pitch and pulled it hard into the outfield. Not exactly what you're supposed to do with that kind of location, but you wouldn't know it by how the ball came off his bat. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
And here comes Carlos Correa. And a pitch. And another ball. And that one is lifted in the air. Tatis drifts towards it. And there's 2 down. Here's the rookie right fielder, Jonathan Rodriguez. Man on second, 2 down. Late that time, and it's strike 2. Swinging ground off the middle. That's a base hit. Around third. He will score, and he'll take the lead. 1-0.
Picks himself up an RBI. Once you get the ball back in the show, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
First with 2 away. Vic Caratini at the plate. 2 outs. Lifted in the air down the left side. Hernandez makes a nice running catch. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. New inning getting started. And here is Yainer Diaz. On the ground to third. Zips it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
The left fielder, Teoscar.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. The line of the pitch. And that one hit to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
No, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
So the batting order turns over. Next to hit, Ellie De La Cruz. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. Two down, nobody on. Fights it off. He'll see another. In the air, out towards right center. Drops into the glove, and that is that. Nothing doing here this half. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Tropics on top here, 1-0. Set for the bottom of the third. Now it's the DH, Edwin Rios. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good two-strike pitch right there. At worst-case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Flips the corner, now 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That's out to center field. Rodriguez racing after it. Diving, gets down, could be extra bases. Into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now.
These days, most outfielders play pretty deep, and I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not. But off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop fly, and it just kind of nestled into that spot where no one was able to get to it.
One out, runner at second. And here is Javier Baez. The pitch. Runner takes off for third. That's in for a strike. And the throw out of third.
Well, I could see he had a big lead out there at second base, so it wasn't a shock when he took off. But trying to steal third right there is kind of risky. You're already in scoring position, so you've got to make sure that you can make it there safely. That wasn't the case.
Line drive, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Everything came together for him. Pretty good fastball location. Down and in on the corner, but that was just a nice job to handle it. Hit it hard. Very tough spot to get the barrel to most of the time, though. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Next one misses, and it's 2-1.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
2 outs. Line, and that's a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
First and second, 2 down. Here's a big power threat. Christian Navarro.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
This one in the air. Has a beat on it. Makes the catch. And the the inning is over. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Ketel Marte. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-2. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Navarro sizing this one up. Brings it in. And there's one away.
The batter, the right fielder.
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
One down, base is empty. And he walked him.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Tatis, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Runner takes off. It's a pitch out. Third to second. Save. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. 1 out and a runner at second. Top half of inning number 4. Caught it.
And even if you don't feel great about it, you've got to swing the bat with 2 strikes in this situation. You've got the tying run out there in scoring position. Just put the ball in play. Maybe something good will happen. It just didn't look like he understood the situation.
And now it's Juan Soto. Man at second. Now we're going to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom 4, here's some real power at the plate. Navarro. Next pitch is outside. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Back to the mound. He's got it. Tosses to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Now batting, third baseman.
Here's Carlos Correa. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Foul ball there. The punch out there, and there are 2 down.
Oh, big power guy right there, and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once once you commit it and try to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Jonathan Rodriguez. There's a swing and it's high. Bangs off the wall. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
So 2 down. Victor Caratini now at the plate. And another ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the second and final game of the series. And that one fouled off. Ground ball right side. Tosses to first, and that'll do it. So 1 hit is all they get. On to the top of the 5th we go. The Tropics out front, 1-0. All set for the start of the inning. And now it's going to be Julio Rodriguez. Swing and a ball lifted left field. He's got it, and there's one away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
1 down, base is empty. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not going to tie first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Outside, and that is ball 4. And the batter now, Gainer Diaz. Man at first, 1 away. And a 2-1 hammered but foul.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Close one, doesn't get the call. 3-2 now. Teoscar Hernandez in the on-deck circle. The pitch. That's too high, and it's ball 4. Another walk.
He's making things difficult for himself right now on the mound, but his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
First and second, 1 out. And now here is Teoscar Hernandez. Here comes the pitch. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, it's pretty tough right there. Sometimes at bats are a real chess match, and you're trying to think along with the pitcher. You want to be geared up for the fastball with 2 strikes, but you don't want to be out in front of something off speed. Right there, he just didn't have an opportunity to think on the same lines as the pitcher.
So the lineup flips over, and the batter now, Ellie De La Cruz. First and second, 2 down. And we're at the top of the 5th. Battling here as he fouls it away. Right-hander kick steals. Puerto stringing a changeup.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results. you can forget about having any success against him.
And aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, as hot hitting continues, he's been getting great results. Anytime you rip a line drive, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the ball straight to it. That's great work right there.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the shortstop. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Ramirez drifts towards it. And there's one down.
Now batting, the second baseman, Javier.
So digging in, Javier Baez. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Oh, can't get out of the way of the fastball, and that's going to sting. Here's the center fielder, Navarro. Runners at first and second with one gone. Last half of inning number 5. In the air, left field, down the line. Reaches out for it, but can't make the play. And it drops foul in the corner. 2 on, 1 out. And another ball.
All eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Action in the pen down there. Gregory Soto up and loosening in the pen. Neris, the right-hander, loosening up as well. Payoff pitch. And he grounds one to the right side. Rolls out. Oh, it's off his glove.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Now bases loaded, big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Christian Javier departs, and he kept him in it even though he's in line for the loss right now. New arm when we come back. New pitcher on now, Freddie Peralta.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
And here's the first baseman, Christian Navarro. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Missed with a changeup. 2-1. And the pitch. And that one fouled off. Bases loaded. 1 away. In the air, out towards left center. Makes the grab. Here comes the runner from third. The relay. Not in time. He's safe. And a run comes in to score.
Well, he'll take the sac fly on the mound right there. Bases loaded. I mean, this is a high leverage situation. And if you can limit the other team, you're doing pretty good work. See if you can get this next out.
Now here's the switch hitting power threat, Navarro.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, or maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
3-2 now.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. 5 innings complete. The Tropics have the advantage, 2-0. Top half of inning number 6. Ketel Marte up to the plate. is fouled off. Missed inside with the curve.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch-out. So up next, Fernando Tatis Jr. Fernando Tatis Jr. signed by the White Sox 2015 for $700,000. And then eventually moved in the James Shields trade in June of 2016. That one in there across the letters.
It looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Two quick outs to open the top of the sixth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
It normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
And another ball.
And he's close as he's trying to get through 6 full innings right now. He's about to throw his 100th pitch. I'd be surprised if this isn't it for him.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. The Tropics have the lead 2-0. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the third baseman, Carlos Correa. The pitch. He swings and fouls one off. Way outside, and it's 2-2. Activity in the bullpen. Angel De Los Santos getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Got it by him for the K.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little bit, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Jonathan Rodriguez digs in now. Rodriguez having a really nice first season in the big leagues. Definitely a Rookie of the Year candidate. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the 6th. And a foul ball. Next offering upstairs.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
The wide to kick the pitch. Dives and he can't hang on. Still able to get it there in time. And they get it out of the play.
Well, this is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved in the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
Now a chance for Victor Caratini. 2 down, nobody on.
That's the ball.
And delivers outside. Fastball for a strike.
3 balls. 2 strikes.
That one lit right center field. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. Now he turns and heads for second. Not in time. It's a double.
Showed some really nice patience in that at-bat. Worked himself into a good count. Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You have good balance, ball directly to the baseball, and good long extension after a contact out before the home plate. Man, there are a lot of numbers on a swing like that.
Edwin Rios here. Squirts away a little bit. No movement. Now a ball and 2 strikes. Caratini stands at second with 2 gone. Now he breaks his back. Ramirez calls it in to end the inning. We go to the top of the 7th. Here's Juan Soto. Next offering upstairs. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Joe Jimenez getting loose out there. Minter, the lefty, warming up as well. That's in for a strike at 95, and it's 3-2. On the ground to the left, Coran. They get the out on Soto.
Good sinker low in his zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground back.
And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. 1 down, base is empty.
Talk about the right guy at the right spot. They really need a rally, and this guy is someone you can believe in to find a way to get on base.
That one almost got him.
There's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
That one fouled off. The pitch. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. The wind of the pitch. On the ground right side. Baez fires over to first. Rodriguez out of the play.
Good onside run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
And now it's switch hitting third baseman Jose Ramirez. Bounce to the left side, and that chance handled. Rolls across the diamond, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. The Tropics lead it 2-0. And we're back, set for the last half of the 7th. And the batter will be the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Pitch. Just missed.
Well, these guys, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've seen how many line drive base hits they've been able to produce in this one. 6 to be exact, and they've all been pretty loud. Everything came together perfectly for him right there. That ball looked and sounded like it was shot out of a cannon. Absolutely demolished at 117 miles per hour. Which is extremely rare, but I bet he wishes he got just a little more lift on it, because if he would have, it would have gone way out of here.
Peralta picks to first. Back in there standing. Runner at first with no outs here. That one missed.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, dude.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And the righty deals. That one hammered center field. Rodriguez drop step going back. That one felt good. It's 4-0.
Those are the at-bats that leave pitchers exhausted. He had to throw a lot of pitches and still gave up the long ball. That's a bad combo. The pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at-bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
In Navarro. Here's a 1-1.
Oh.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here at the bottom of the 7th. Just off the outside edge, and it down is 3-1. A little out front there as he swings through it. Hard hit to third. Ramirez sends it to first, and one away in the bottom of the 7th.
The batter, the first baseman,
Christian Navarro getting ready to hit. And another ball. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Marte makes the grab, 2 down.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Here's the left fielder, Navarro. Righty delivers. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 4-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. The Republicans in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at-bat out of him right here.
And the pitch. This to third, finds its way through, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now
only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Seth Lugo is done, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Carlos Francisco gets the call from the pen.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
So up next, Teoscar Hernandez. Right-handed reliever. Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour. He's a bullpen arm that keeps the ball in the ballpark. But obviously, out of the bullpen, you're looking to limit home runs.
Yeah, and that's why he's such a high leverage arm. Just doesn't matter for him. He looks at attacking his own and attacking hitters regardless of the situation.
Movement in the bullpen. Emilio Pagan preparing to come on if needed. Minter getting loose as well. At the belt and fires. That's ripped. Base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
The batter, the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Fall off foul. First and second, no outs. And we're in the top of the 8th. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Yeah, that slider bearing in your hands like that. It's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter. It just can eat you off, saw you off. I'll tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. Swing and miss as he was out front. Two on, one out. And there's a ball.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Kicks and fires. On the line, base hit. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
One out, bases loaded. And now the right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr. The tying run at the plate. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Tying run at the plate. And another ball. To short, could be 2. Lindor over to second. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over.
Just trying to sneak one through with the bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Hector Neris.
Well, walks have been a big issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
Carlos Correa now at the plate. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Out to short. Fires over to Guerrero. And Correa retired.
The right fielder, number 32. Jonathan.
Now it's the right fielder, Jonathan Rodriguez. And here it comes. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That's outside. The count now 2-2. Action in the pen down there. Angel De Los Santos up and throwing. Hit hard on the ground is short. Over to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the catcher, Victor Caratini.
2 outs, base is empty. Now at the plate, Victor Caratini. He is at the top of the game in terms of defense at the catching spot. Two outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
It's so impressive because these guys have to do so much study and preparation for their pitchers, for opposing hitters, and really their #1 job is to guide that staff through a ball game. And so,
well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Emilio Pagan.
Now
leading off, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And he deals. Ripped on a line. Navarro calls it in, and it is over.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Activity in the bullpen. Fernando Cruz, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Diaz, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. One down, base is empty. And that's ripped into left, base hit.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Now here is out towards right center field. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Couple of singles back to back. You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second.
Edwin Diaz on to try and close it out.
We all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
So first and second with one gone. Now it's going to be Jose Ramirez. Pitch misses there. 2-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That one misses. 3-1.
That's a good miss off the inside part of the plate. You'd much rather miss there than out over the plate where this guy could do some real damage.
And they're all loaded up.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Next to hit, Yainer Diaz. Tying run at the plate. That one missed.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
That one is absolutely belted. And gone! Grand slam! He unloads on that one, and we are starting over. It's 4-4.
He's swinging a red-hot bat. This isn't the first home run we've seen him hit these last few games, and it probably won't be the last.
Wow, down 4 late in the game. Things aren't looking too good at that point, but they refuse to back down. Great at bats to load the bases and get that tying run to the plate, and boom, grand slam, and we're starting over. This should be a great finish.
And fouled off.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and it clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
That missed by a lot, and it's 2-2.
Well, at least he's got a clean slate after that grand slam. Nothing to think about on the bases, so he can really go after the hitter and just approach this like it's a clean inning, get the outs that you need, and get back into the game.
Stepping in, Elliot De La Cruz.
Well, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
The pitch. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And out to a 2. 4-4 in the ninth. And that's in the dirt. Ketel Marte up next. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. In and over. Although plenty of damage done. But this clutch home run gets us even again. It's now tied 4-4. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Angel De Los Santos.
And he's had a struggle so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
Edwin Rios digs in now.
The designated
1-1 now. Top of the zone for a called strike. Moving in the bullpen, Felix Bautista. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening. The kick and the 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Kicks and deals. Downstairs, and it misses ball 4.
Well, that's a really dangerous base runner to put on first, especially in a tie game. Now there will be some consequences coming from that mistake.
So making in, Javier Baez. And a pitch. Little chopper rolls foul.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Here comes a pitch. That's ripped into the outfield. Squeezes it.
Now batting, number 1.
And now Navarro.
Well, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
Trying to send this extra innings. That misses. Now 2 balls and a strike.
The runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with the pickoff artist on the mound.
There's the strike.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Line drive, and that gets down into the gap. Lindor zipping around third. In comes the winning run, and they walk it off 5-4.
Well, it's always great when you've got pretty good speed over there at first base. Somebody that can score all the way around the bases. What a tremendous swing and execution by both the batter and the base runner for this walk-off win.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Puerto.